Good morning, children. Welcome back. Everybody ready to get out their workbooks again this morning? Get out your book without the smiley face. And we are doing the last lesson. Your last lesson for kindergarten. Isn't that kind of sad? See if you can find this page. You should have a 6 at the top. Like this. Your page will look like this. And we have our last letter. It's the last letter of the whole alphabet. Who wants to tell me what the last letter of the alphabet is? Carrie, can you tell us? Z. It's a Z. And a Z, the sound that the Z makes is easy because when you say the letter again, you say the sound. Z. And the sound that it makes is Z. Isn't that easy? Kind of like, you know how electricity, Z. Yeah, that's the Z. Pretty easy letter. Not a whole lot of words start with the letter Z, but we're going to talk about a few of them today. Everybody, oh sorry children, I got you on the wrong page. Actually, you need to be on this page. Turn one page back. Try this page, sorry. You should have a 6 here at the top of your page. Make sure we got this right. Everybody with me? I'm still sleepy this morning, I guess. Everybody ready for this page? Okay. Can you find, first of all, let's find the upper and the lowercase z in that picture, and let's circle those. Got to get that out of the way. There's an uppercase Z and a lowercase z hidden in the picture. And then we're going to find words again that start with the Z sound. Did everybody find the Z's in there? Now, who can tell me a word? Do you see anything in that picture that starts with the Z sound? This is these last letters are a little harder. The first one is the most obvious, and it is this big guy right here. Everybody know what he's called? Got black and white stripes. A zebra. That's the easiest one today, the zebra. Circle the zebra. And where do you find zebras? Where would you go if you wanted to find a zebra? The easiest place to go, I guess, would be to the zoo. And zoo also starts with the Z sound. And I think this might be a picture of the zoo. So now we have a zebra at the zoo. Now do you see anything else in that picture that starts with the Z sound? You see these flowers here? See those flowers? Does flowers start with the Z sound? Flowers? What do you think, Ashton? No. But these flowers have a name. These flowers are called zinnias. Zinnias. Does zinnia start with the Z sound now? Yeah, so you can circle the flowers. Those are zinnias. What else do you see in that picture? Anything else? You see something about this little girl's dress? What's down the back of it? See this right here? What is that called? Girls, what are those called? Zipper. Do you girls have a zipper in your dress? What about zipper? Does it start with the Z sound? I think it does. You can circle the zipper. And then what else do we see in there? How about this guy right here? See him? Does anybody know what you call him? Let me look again. A zebu. Has anybody ever heard of a zebu? He is a species of cattle. He sometimes has drooping ears, and he usually has this big hump in his back. See that big hump, kind of like a camel? Usually their ears droop. He's a zebu. Does zebu start with the Z sound? I think so. Circle the zebu. And I think that's all there is, just those 4 things. So we have a zebra and a zebu at the zoo, and we have a little girl with a zipper standing amongst the zinnias. So those are our Z words for today. Now, because Z is the last letter of the alphabet, now that we've studied every one of the letters and this is the last one, let's go through our letters really quick. And I found some different flashcards, still some more different ones. Do you like these? Let's go through all of our letters. This has the upper and the lowercase, and it also has a picture to go with it. Okay, we're going to go through all of them. Are you ready? Help me, children, all together. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Good job. Did you know every one of them? While we're talking about this, I may as well give you your homework. Right, here's your homework for today. I want you to write every one of the letters, the upper and the lower case, and I did it, it's not hard. Don't start whining about it, okay? The upper and the lower case, upper, lowercase b, upper, lowercase c, write them in their order. We studied every one of these letters, and make sure when you write them that you know the sound that they make. And then do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then our one sight word we learned, you can go ahead and write our sight word. It was the. So this is your homework for today. Can everybody see that? Okay, take a picture of it when you get done. Take a picture of it, send it in. Make sure you know all of your letters. You need to know how to make them, and you need to know the sound that they make. And you need to know the ABCs, how they come in line. And I think really quick, why don't we try to sing the ABC song? Do you want to? This is kind of random. I think I can. Let's start A, B, C, D. Are you ready? You all have to help me, okay? Sorry, Ashton, this won't hurt long. Are you ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I said my ABCs. What do you think of me? Could you all do it all the way through? Make sure you know them in line. You have to be able to recite your ABCs. You got to know how to make them and know the sounds they make. It's not hard. It's easy cheesy. Okay, let's go on to your next page. Are you ready? Ready for this page here? Everybody ready? Do I got it right here? Let me look if I got ends on the wrong page. Aye, children, I've got ends on the wrong page again. Sorry, we're ready for this page. I didn't think that looked right. This page here, all you have to do on this page is match the upper and the lower case. So that's pretty easy for you, I think. The first one is an upper or a lowercase a. Take it to the uppercase A. Just draw your lines, match the upper and the lowercase. I think you might have every letter in the alphabet there. So see if you can match those all up. You can come back after the video and do that part. Okay, the Z. Here we go. We gotta write the Z. Make your Z's here. Trace all of these. It's not hard. Let me get closer. It's the lowercase z that they've got you doing again. Start at the dotted line. Start in the dot. Always start where the dot is. Over, down, over. Z's aren't too hard to make, and then you get to practice your Y and your X. Why don't you come back after the video and do that part too? Let's go down here to net and fan. It says write the picture words, net and fan. Can you do that by yourself, you think? Why don't you try it today? I'll help you a little bit here. Listen to the beginning sound, the middle or vowel sound, and the ending sound. Are you ready? Let's listen. N, et, n, et. Hear them three different sounds? The first sound is N. Which letter makes the N? Second sound, E. Which vowel says E? And the last letter is T. Oops, sorry, it's the T sound, and I done told you it's T. N, E, T. And the next one, fan. Can you hear that? Three sounds in there. Fan, fan. Sound those out. See if you can find all three sounds by yourself. You need a beginning sound, a middle sound, and an ending sound. See if you can do that by yourself. Okay, then this part here is a dot to dot, but instead of using numbers, they're using letters this time. So see where you start here at the A. Instead of a 1, it's an A. So start in the star here by the A, go down to the B, then C, D, and go all the way through your alphabet and connect those dots and see what kind of a picture you come up with, okay? That should be fun for you. Okay, I think we're going to go all the way to this page. Everybody ready for this page? Everybody put your finger at the top here. First letter. Everybody ready? The first letter is the one we had today, is a Z. The next letter is an X. Next one is an E. E says E. Next one is a W. The W says W. W. Next one is a V. V says V. Next one, Y, is Y. Next one is I, R, R, Q, J, J. That's a lot of letters. Let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 letters. Okay, let's get started here. The zebra. Which one of those letters? It says write the beginning sound of each picture. zebra. Which one of those letters makes the Z sound? Whenever you know, write it on the line. The next one is elephant. Which one of them letters says elephant? The next one, zoo. See, those two children are at the zoo. Which one of those letters makes the Z sound? Next one, jacks. Next one, X-ray. X-ray. Next one, window. Which one of those letters makes the W sound? Window. Next one, village. Village. Next one, yarn. Yarn. Last row, rabbit. Rabbit. If you don't know one, just skip it and you can come back to it. Next one is a zinnia. Next one, igloo. Igloo. And the last one, quartz. Quartz. Okay, did you get them all? Whenever you get them all, you can turn your page. Next page looks like this. We're counting blocks again today. We're doing something a little bit different. Instead of one column of blocks is 10 blocks, remember that? Today we have several columns of blocks. So if you know how to count by tens, this is going to be really easy for you. Because one column is 10, add another column is 20, and if you add another column, it's 30. What if we had another column? It would be 40. So what we're doing is counting by tens whenever we have the columns, and then counting how many individuals we have. So it sounds hard, but it's not too hard. Let's start with the first one here. I think we'll do them all together. Let's count by tens, because here we have a stack of 10 blocks. We have 10 more blocks and 10 more blocks. So you don't have to count each individual block if you know how to count by tens. You just go 10, 20, 30. Wasn't that easy counting? Now if you don't know how to count by tens, then you have to count every little block. You have to go 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And you'd get the same answer. If you count every block, there's 30 blocks there. But if you know how to count by tens, you just go 10, 20, 30 blocks and write a 3 and a 0 there. 3 and a 0 is 30. Now the next one has 3 columns of blocks, but then they have 2 extra little blocks here. So here's how you do that. You go 10, 20, 30, 31, 32. So that answer is 32. So you count by tens with these columns, and then for your individuals, you go back counting by ones again. So if you counted every little block, there's 32 of them there, but the fast way to do it, you gotta learn the fast way. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32. Isn't that easy? So put a 3 and a 2 there for 32. And let's go to this one. Can you count by tens, or are you going to have to count every little bitty block? I'm going to count by tens. Let's see how fast that's going to be. 10, 20, 30, 40. 40 blocks. So put a 4 and a 0, just like this is 40. Put a 40 right there. 4 and a 0. 10, 20, 30, 40. It's that easy to count like that, isn't it? Now let's go over to this one. You want to count by tens for the columns? Let's go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. So this one is 44. Are you getting the hang of this? So a 4 and a 4 like this, that number right there is 44, 2 4s together. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. 44 on that one. You ready to go down to this one? Let's count by tens for the columns. You ready? 10, 20, and then we start with 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So you put a 2 and a 5 for 25. Ready to go on to this one? Let's count by tens for our columns. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So this one has 24 blocks. So put a 2 and a 4 there. 24. Then we're ready for this one, the last row, and we just have one stack of blocks. How many's in one stack? 10. What comes after 10? 11, 12. So put a 12 there. Now let's see if you can do the last one all by yourself. You got one column, and then count your little individual blocks there. See if you can come up with the right answer for that one. When you're done with that page, You can turn to this page. The first two you get to count and circle. The last four you count and write your answer in the little box. Come back after the video to do that part. Let's go over here. Am I going too fast for you? Whenever the video is over, you can go back and get all the parts you didn't get. This page, see the top two are plus. See that sign? You have to watch the signs today. The plus sign, that means you're adding them together. And then these last four here, the apples, pears, lemons, and bananas, the last four you're subtracting. See what that sign says? That means taken away. Let's do one addition together and one subtraction together, and then I'll let you do the rest of them by yourself. Let's do the ice cream cones. That's an addition. That's a plus. So you have 2 ice cream cones here, so you put a 2 in this box. And you have 4 on this side, so you put a 4 in this box. Now, 2 plus 4 equals what? You're adding. How many is it all together? 2 plus 4. Then on this side, we're adding again. See the addition sign here? You have how many pieces of candy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of candy. So you put a 6 on this side. Then over here we just have 1 piece, so you put 1 piece there. And you add them all together. Now let's go down here and do one subtraction together. Let's do the apples. Four apples, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and you minus 2 apples. So you put a line through 2 of them, equals what? If you have 4 apples and you take away 2 apples, how many apples do you have left? See if you can do the rest of those by yourself. Should be getting pretty easy for you. You got them all? Whenever you're done, we'll go down here and do this bottom part. For those of you that are done, let's see, we need to have a green crayon and a pencil and a purple crayon. We need a green and purple crayon and a pencil. Okay, everybody ready to go on to this part? Make sure you have a green and a purple crayon out and a pencil. And I'm going to read you some instructions, and you have to do what I say. Isn't this going to be fun? Everybody ready? I'm going to give you just another little bit to get ready. You need a green and purple crayon, and you need a pencil. And I'm going to give you, it's one of those times whenever I'm going to tell you what to do, and I can only say it one time, so listen carefully, okay? Are you ready? Color the rectangle green. and if you're not done coloring it, you have to come back later. Here comes another. Put an X on the circle. You ready? Underline the square. And color the triangle purple. Was that easy for you? If you know your shapes, that should have been pretty easy for you. The last page is another dot to dot, but this time they're giving you numbers. And let's see where you start. Start right here. You always start by the star. See the number 1 there? Start with the number 1 and find the number 2. It goes up here is 2, 3, and just keep following the numbers all the way around, and it goes all the way to 40. It goes all the way to 40. See if you children can find your way all the way around there. Start with the 1, draw a line to the 2, then the 3, then the 4, and keep going and try to find your way all the way to 40. And when you get done, you'll have drawn a picture. Okay. That's all I have for the workbook for today, children. Go back through there, and we got a little bit of time left, so I'm going to read you your story while you go back through there, and you can do your coloring, or you can finish your pages that you don't have finished yet. You can do whatever you want to do there, and I'm going to read you your story really quick, because we've got a few minutes to go. It's called The Little Light. The Little Light. Melody slowly walked beside Mother in the grocery store. Little Faith was cooing in the seat of the cart and waving her chubby arms. Mother, may we get some of these cookies? They look so good. Melody pleaded, looking wistfully at the package of chocolate chip cookies on the shelf. No, dear, not today. We can make cookies at home. We don't need to buy cookies. Melody was about to pout, but then she remembered what she had learned on Sunday school about cheerfully obeying your parents. So she smiled instead. Do you think we could make some today then, Mother? She asked. Some chocolate chip cookies? Mother smiled. I think we can manage that. As they continued walking down the aisle, a lady came around the corner. A screaming child was in the seat of her cart. The lady's face was red as she talked sharply. No, we can't get those today. Don't ask me for anything else. As the lady passed by, she looked apologetically at Mother. Your child is so well behaved. She must be such a blessing. Then she hurried on, yelling at her little girl to hush. Melody was quiet as Mother continued pushing the cart down the aisle. When they had finished getting things on their list, they went to the checkout counter, and Melody helped Mother put the food on the counter. Suddenly, she saw something that caught her eye. Mother, she squealed, could you get me some of those mints? Hannah had some at school yesterday, and they were so good. Mother shook her head and replied, no, Melody, I have some mints in my purse, so you don't need to buy any. She smiled encouragingly at Melody, so Melody laid down the mints and smiled back. Your girl is so obedient. I haven't seen many children that would sweetly obey like that. How do you do it? The checkout lady was looking in amazement down at Melody. May I tell her my verse? Melody whispered to Mother. Mother smiled and nodded. I learned a verse in Sunday school that went like this. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Sometimes I do forget to obey cheerfully, Melody admitted, her cheeks turning pink. The lady was quiet until she finished, and then cheerfully wished them a happy afternoon. Mother pushed the cart out to the car, and Melody helped put the bags into the trunk. Then Mother put Faith into her car seat and buckled her in. After Mother started the car, she looked over at Melody and said, "Melody, I was so pleased when you didn't pout or argue with me in the grocery store. Do you know what you were doing when you chose to be happy and obey?" Melody shook her head as she looked at Mother. "You were letting your light shine for Jesus. If people would see you screaming or fussing, that's not any different from other children. But if they see you being cheerful and obedient, they know you are different. The difference is that we are trying to please Jesus in what we do. Remember the song, 'This Little Light of Mine'?" Melody smiled and nodded. "Can we sing it?" she asked. So they drove home. Mother and Melody cheerfully sang, "This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine." And that was the end of the story. Okay, children, did you know that people watch us when your mom takes you to town? A lot of times, more than what we know, people are watching us. And here's a few questions that go with the story. What two things did Melody see in the store that she wanted to buy? Remember, there was two things. Can you name both of them? Shanika, do you remember? What were the two things? Chocolate chip cookies and mints. And what did Mother say? Grant, what did Mom say? No, not today. They would not need to buy cookies because they could make some at home, and she had mints in her purse. Okay, what verse did Melody say to the clerk? Do you children remember what verse Melody said to the clerk? Who remembers? April, do you remember? Starts out with children, Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Good job. What was Melody doing by being happy and not pouting or arguing? What was Melody doing? What did Mother say she was doing? Jamin, do you remember? She was letting her light shine. Good job. She was letting her light shine. And what song did Mother and Melody sing on the way home? Who remembers what song was it? Grant, do you remember? This little light of mine? Yeah, good job, children. Okay, that's the end of our last lesson. We still have the activity book to go, so go through your book, do a really neat job. Finish all your pages. Let me show you your homework again. This is your homework for tomorrow. Write all of your letters, the upper and the lower case, and all of your numbers starting with 0, and then write your one sight word is the. All of these, do a really neat job. Take a picture of it and send it to my phone. Or if you want, you can stick it in the back of your book when you turn your books in. Either way is fine. Okay, I'll see you all in a little bit on the activity book video. Thank you for watching.